With the 20th anniversary of Spider-Man and Multiverse of Madness appearing this week, Sam Raimi has been in the spotlight lately with interviews regarding both films. Recently, Raimi sat down with Rolling Stone where he was asked about his plans for Spider-Man 4, and something interesting that was said during this interview that I don't believe has ever been talked about before is that Raimi actually wanted Kraven the Hunter as one of the film's villains. During this interview, Raimi was asked what he misses most about the Spider-Man 4 that was never made, and his reply was interesting, as he mentions a great Bruce Campbell cameo that never saw the light of day, to which the interview would reply that rumor was that Campbell would have played Mysterio, and Raimi's direct response was, "That was one of the possibilities. We had other things in mind too, but that was one of them. And I missed Kraven the Hunter. We were going to work that character into the next Spider-Man. I've always wanted to see Kraven fight Spider-Man on the big screen. I thought that would be really unique. He's the ultimate hunter, and Spider-Man is like the most agile trickster of the skies. And I wanted to see Peter continue forward as a human being." While Kraven the Hunter isn't one of my personal favorite Spider-Man villains, it is interesting to know what could have been with Spider-Man 4, considering for many years the assumption was that the villain choices would have been Vulture, Black Cat, or Vultress, and potentially the Lizard. But knowing now that Raimi wanted to use Kraven the Hunter at one point, I think a film involving Kraven the Hunter and the Lizard would have been perfect. Dr. Connors not becoming the Lizard in the Raimi franchise is one of the biggest missed opportunities from the films in my opinion, as the character was built up for 3 films, and it's a shame that the next Spider-Man film was a reboot including the Lizard with a different actor. I'm not too sure how Raimi would have handled Kraven as a character, but it is important to know that Raimi was familiar with the classic Lee Ditko era characters, and those are the comics that he grew up on, so I believe his interpretation of the character would have been done well. A while ago, there was an edit on Mr. Dickovich's wiki page that said he was supposed to be a retired version of Kraven the Hunter in these films that I did make a video on. It's probably not true at all, but it's still funny to think about. I'd also like to think that maybe the black suit would have made another appearance in this film, since Kraven's most iconic story includes a black-suited Spider-Man, but considering Peter knew how the suit changed him and witnessed the death of his best friend by another person wearing the suit, then ditching even a cloth version would probably be best. Also, during this interview, Raimi was asked if he would be open to making another Spider-Man film with Tobey now that the actor is back in the role because of No Way Home. And of course, Raimi wants to do this. I think him and Tobey would do it, no questions asked, but Raimi did give a more in-depth response to this question, with basically saying there needs to be a good story and worthy villain for the film. So let me know what you all think. Would you have liked to see Kraven opposed to the Vulture in Spider-Man 4, or do you think both could have worked in this film? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Follow my social medias, hit that like button, and I will see you guys again in my next video.